Today's story is about the lion who learned to listen. In the middle of a wide, golden savanna lived a mighty lion named Leo. Leo had the loudest roar anyone had ever heard. When he roared, the ground seemed to tremble, and even the tallest giraffes lifted their heads in surprise. Leo loved his roar. He loved it so much that he used it all the time. If someone asked a question, Leo roared an answer before they finished speaking. If another animal tried to share a story, Leo roared louder, telling his own. The truth was, Leo talked more than he listened. One hot afternoon, Leo strolled proudly to the watering hole. A group of animals had gathered there: Zara the zebra, Ollie the owl, and Timo the tiny tortoise. They were talking about something important. "What are you all whispering about?" Leo asked, puffing up his mane. "We've heard strange noises at night," Zara said quietly. "There might be danger nearby." But before Zara could explain further, Leo let out a booming roar. "Danger? Ha, nothing can harm me. I'm the king of this land." The animals exchanged worried glances. They tried again to explain, but Leo roared louder, telling them how strong and brave he was. That night, Leo returned to his den and quickly fell asleep. But just before dawn, he was woken by strange, scratching sounds in the distance. They came from the edge of the forest, near the tall acacia trees. "Ha," Leo grumbled, "probably just the wind." He rolled over and went back to sleep. The next morning, when he went to the watering hole, he found the animals gathered again. Zara looked worried. "The noises were louder last night," she said. "I think we should all stay together." But once again, Leo roared. "Nonsense. You are all frightened for nothing. If danger comes, I will scare it away with my roar." Timo the tortoise raised his little head. "But Leo, if you listened." Leo roared so loudly that Timo's words were swallowed by the sound. Days passed and the strange noises grew closer. Sticks snapped at night, shadows moved along the trees, and whispers rustled in the tall grass. All the animals grew nervous, but Leo brushed them off with his noisy pride. Then one evening, the noises came right into the savanna. The animals huddled together, trembling. Out from the bushes crept a pack of wild dogs. Their eyes gleamed, and their teeth shone in the moonlight. Leo leapt to his feet. "Aha, I told you not to fear. Watch me chase them away." He threw back his head and gave the loudest roar he had ever made. The wild dogs jumped at first, but then they stopped. They tilted their heads, listening. Then they began to laugh. "Ha, the lion is loud, but he is alone," one sneered. "He never listened to his friends. He has no plan." The animals gasped. It was true. Leo had been so busy roaring that he never listened to their warnings, never heard their ideas, never made a plan. The wild dogs began to close in. Leo roared again and again, but his voice was not enough. For the first time, he felt afraid. Just then, Ollie the owl flapped down beside him. "Leo, if you stop roaring and listen, maybe we can help." Leo froze. His mane drooped a little. "Help me?" he asked softly. "Yes," Zara said, stepping forward. "We've been talking about this for days. We know a way to protect everyone, but you never let us finish." Leo lowered his head. "Then tell me, I'm listening." Ollie explained quickly. "We'll form a circle. The bigger animals stand at the front, the smaller ones stay safe in the middle. If we work together, the wild dogs won't dare attack." Leo nodded. For once, he stayed silent. The animals moved quickly. Elephants, zebras, and antelopes formed a protective wall. Birds flew above, screeching loudly to scare the dogs. Timo, the tortoise, and the rabbits hid safely inside the circle. Leo stood proudly at the front, but this time he didn't roar without thought. He watched, waited, and listened for the right moment. When the wild dogs lunged forward, Leo gave one mighty roar, not to brag, but to signal. At that exact moment, the elephants stamped their feet, the birds swooped low, and the zebras kicked up clouds of dust. Startled and outnumbered, the wild dogs yelped and scattered into the night. The savanna grew quiet again. The animals slowly relaxed, looking at Leo with surprise. "You listened," Zara said with a smile. "And together we were stronger," added Ollie. Leo felt warmth spread through his chest, not the pride of a loud roar, but the pride of knowing he had learned something important. From that day on, Leo still had the loudest roar in the savannah, but he used it wisely. He listened first, spoke after, and discovered that listening made him wiser than all his roaring ever did. The end. Today we learned that listening makes you wiser than speaking too much. When we take time to hear others, we learn new ideas, understand problems better, and discover solutions we might never have thought of on our own. Speaking without listening may make us loud, but listening first makes us truly strong.